5 famous authors with dark secrets you were never taught in school. They wrote the stories we love, but behind the pages, their lives were haunted by secrets. From unexpected deaths to self-destruction, these 5 famous authors lived darker lives than their books ever revealed. You've read their work in school, but what you didn't read is what you'll hear today. This is Literature Reviews. Let's begin. Number 1. Edgar Allan Poe. He's the master of horror, the father of detective fiction, and the man who made ravens terrifying. But Edgar Allan Poe lived inside a nightmare of his own. At 27, he married his 13-year-old cousin. He battled alcoholism and depression. He was fired from multiple jobs and ridiculed in his lifetime. Then, in 1849, he was found wandering the streets of Baltimore, delirious, wearing someone else's clothes, and died 4 days later without ever regaining full consciousness. No one knows how he died. Was it rabies? A political kidnapping? Alcohol poisoning? Poe's life, like his stories, ended in mystery, just like his own. Quote, "I became insane, with long intervals of horrible sanity." Number 2. Arthur Conan Doyle. Sherlock Holmes made him famous, but Doyle hated him. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle created one of the most iconic detectives in literature, but he wanted to be known for serious writing. History, politics, spiritualism. He resented Holmes so much, he killed him off in 1893. The world lost its mind. Readers wore black. Obituaries were printed for Sherlock Holmes. The public backlash forced Doyle to bring Holmes back from the dead years later. He got his fame, but not the legacy he wanted. Sherlock Holmes, more alive than his own creator. Number 3. Sylvia Plath. She gave pain a voice, and then she disappeared. Sylvia Plath was a brilliant poet whose work bled honesty and heartbreak. Her novel, The Bell Jar, mirrored her life and hinted at the end. She published it under a pseudonym. 1 month later, she took her own life, using the exact method she described in her book. Her words were a cry for help and also a warning. Today, she's remembered as a literary icon, but her fame came too late to save her. I took a deep breath and listened to the old brag of my heart. I am. Number 4. Oscar Wilde. He was the rock star of the 1800s. Sharp wit, brilliant mind, elegant style. But Wilde was destroyed by his truth. At the peak of his fame, Oscar Wilde was prosecuted and imprisoned for being gay. 2 years of hard labor broke his body and spirit. He was released, poor, sick, exiled, never fully recovered. He died at 46, in a cheap Paris hotel room. His crime? Being himself in the wrong era. Today, he's celebrated, but in life, he was punished for brilliance and honesty. We are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. Number 5. Franz Kafka. His writing was surreal. His life? Even stranger. Kafka never wanted fame. In fact, he told his closest friend, Max Brod, to burn all his writings after he died. Luckily, Max didn't listen. Today, we have the metamorphosis, the trial, and more, because someone disobeyed his dying wish. Kafka died thinking no one cared about his work. He never lived to see his name become immortal. Sometimes, it takes the world years to catch up to genius. Do you know? These authors weren't perfect. They were haunted, brave, flawed, and human. Their words live on. Not in spite of their pain, but because of it.